Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Now today's soap is very important to pop culture, okay? If you grew up in the 90s, if you know anything about the 90s, Arizona green tea cans are like just burnt into your brain, okay? I thought growing up that was the single coolest thing you could drink. I really did, because all the older teenagers that I saw would carry around those big cans. As an adult, I know that that's probably because they weren't allowed to drink something else they would rather be drinking. And those Arizona green tea cans kind of look like the same thing. But I was like, that's what you gotta do. That like mint green, the little Japanese cherry blossoms on them, like I knew that's what I have to drink when I get older. And then of course, once I tried it when I got older, it was really sweet, like really, really sweet. And they have a fruit punch out that's kind of the same. But to me, I was like, I have to include it in this collection because it just makes so much sense. If you're getting snacks and stuff, like let's face it, like Twinkies, Funyuns? Where are Funyuns? Where are my Funyun people at? I don't know, but it was like Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape, Lucky Charms, like Frosted Flakes, like all of those. You know what I'm talking about? An Arizona green tea right in the middle. So I did a custom blend for this, and I wasn't the one who designed it. Caleb designed this soap. He really just was like, hold on, I have an idea. And off he went, and it looks great. So yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoy. Okay, I really hope this soap looks as good in person as it does on my paper and in my head. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm nervous about this one, and I get nervous about, I'd say at least one of my designs every month. Like, it's just one of those things that you hope it turns out right. I would liken it to people that do pottery and they put it in the kiln and they hope their piece doesn't break. You just don't know. So I'm gonna start by blending this up on high. The recipe that I'm using down in the description box below per usual, and as are my stick blenders and all the other things I'm using today. All right, so for this one, I have what is all that oil doing on the table? One moment, please. Anyway, let's pour in our accent colors. So today I'm doing minimal accent colors because I really wanted the soap to be like this gorgeous, gorgeous green color. Most of the can is green. It's like that teal green color. So I want that to be reflected in the soap. I don't want there to be too much of a, oh my word. I really am the messiest maker today. What is going on? I am shooketh. Okay, magnificent mess has now been cleaned. So we can talk about our accent colors. Now, I'm gonna use the ones that are on the can. There's black, there's like this fuchsia color, and there's white. So for the fuchsia color, I'm using Hollywood Pink. This is from Nurture Soap, and it's a very, very, very similar color. Then I'm going to use some black oxide for the black and some titanium dioxide for the white. I'm also going to go ahead and add the fragrance oil to this because I'm actually going to mix up my color for the base into my fragrance oil. So I want to go ahead and separate it out. All right, and now that each one of these little containers already have the fragrance, I can go ahead and mix up our final color into the rest of the fragrance. So what are we using today? I did a tea blend of 75% Boston Tea Party from Nature's Garden and 25% green tea. I have used the Boston Tea Party smell before and it smells so good and it's very sweet, and I really wanted to make sure that it wasn't just like an herbal tea smell, because if you've ever had an Arizona green tea, it's very sweet. Like it's very, very sweet. So is this a dead-on duplication for the smell of an Arizona green tea? No, but it is a very sweet tea and it smells like a sweet green tea, not like a sweet southern tea, if that makes any sense. So for the base, I'm gonna pour in some titanium dioxide, and then I will take my Tahitian teal, dump it right into my fragrance, blend it up with my mini whisk. Then I'm gonna wipe down the sides, make sure that I get everything incorporated, and then I'm going to pour it straight into my container. So if you have a lot of color to incorporate to a large amount of soap, I have found that is the most effective way to do it. I'll mix that one up better in a second, but for now, we're gonna mix up the tea color. Okay, the texture of this is immaculate for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm gonna break the fall with my spatula, and I'm gonna pour in my white to one side. It's still very runny, which is good. It's really good. That's exactly what we want. And then I'm gonna leave some of the white in my container here, and I will do the same with the black. Now the pink, the fuchsia color, I am not pouring into the base here. I don't want it to get too mixed up. I kind of want to make some really whimsical, wispy lines, so we're gonna leave that separate, and we'll go ahead and pour about half of this into our workshop heritage mold. And now a quick commercial break and a word from our sponsor, Stamps.com. Listen, you're a busy small business owner, right? You don't have a lot of time. You got kids maybe you got a dog, maybe you got a best friend that really wants to go out and eat a snow cone with you. The point is you've got stuff to do, and Stamps knows that. They've known that for a real long time. So why would you waste time going to the post office when you could use Stamps.com at home instead and print all of your shipping at home and have USPS or whatever your preferred shipping carrier is come pick it up? That's what. Stamps.com saves you time, money, and stress. I love Stamps.com. I've been using Stamps.com for years. It is integrated with our shipping service that we use with Shopify. They're incredible, and they have saved me so much money. You can get discounts that you literally can't get anywhere else, like up to 30% off USPS and 86% off UPS. That's a good bargain. All you need is a computer and a printer, which you already have because you are a small business, and you will be up and running in minutes. No matter what type of business you have and no matter where you are selling, Stamps.com is your small business solution. Stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up at Stamps.com/royaltysoaps for a special offer that includes a 4-week free trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/royaltysoaps. Thank you so much to Stamps.com for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, we shall continue our soap making journey. My main goal for this is just to make sure that I get black and white into all the bars. So I'm gonna start by pouring like this. Okay, now the black and white is starting to come out, and it's very swirly, which is what we want. We're just gonna get all this in here, just like so. The white and the black are all the way down to the bottom, which is really good. That's exactly what we want. Now I'm just gonna pour some more into the middle here. And then, now that I've got about half of that in, I can take my fuchsia color, and I'm gonna start by making sure every single bar gets some. So I'm just gonna pour a line down the middle of each loaf. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to stay on the top because we will be covering up this entire line in a moment. Now, using my spatula to break the fall, I am covering up that line just a little bit with some soap, puncturing it. Oh, this is beautiful, and it smells so good. Now I'm just going to drop on a diagonal the remaining color, and I'm gonna go ahead and scrape it out. All right, and again, back to the rest of the soap. I am going to try to cover up that red if I can. If there's still a little bit on top, that's not a big deal. I just wanna make sure that the glitter that I have for this soap gets to look as good as it looks, because it is a very beautiful beautiful pink color, and I want you to actually be able to see it. I don't want the pink to kind of outshine it. And then as far as the top goes, I'll have to see, because I actually really like the way it looks right now. Like just having these little lines everywhere, I think looks so pretty. And I feel like it would look really good on like individual bars of soap, you know? Gonna scrapey my big containy. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Okay, so I do still have a little bit of color left, but it's still quite runny thanks to the fragrance oil. Both the fragrances in this actually really help with that. So I'm gonna start by just putting some really little lines, or is it drops? Am I gonna do drops? Yeah, little lines, little drops on a diagonal just to get some more of that black in there. Now I'll do the same with the white, which is a little thicker due to the titanium dioxide, which is literally no surprise to anybody. All right, now for the top. So I did find my tea strainer, thank goodness. So using some Snow White mica, this is from Mad Micas, I am just going to dust a line down the center of each bar, and down this one, and down this one, and down this one. Now I'm going to do some black. Hopefully I can get this down the middle where it's supposed to go. The closer you can get to your soap, the better chance you have of keeping everything where it's supposed to go. And then finally, of course, we have the Good Glitter glitter. So you can see it's this lovely fuchsia color, and we're gonna put that right down the center. It is very small, so it's just a nice accent. It's gonna be something that you kind of have to pay attention to notice, which is what I wanted. Get the rest on there. All right, now we can give it a good spritz. Okay, I wanted to see how I liked it to kind of texture the sides, and I actually feel like it adds a lot to the bar, so I'm gonna do that. I feel like what it does is it makes this mica line down the middle a little more defined, because it kind of draws your eyes to the middle of the bar instead of the whole bar just looking super like busy. So I'm gonna do that here, just texture those sides. Yeah, so at this point it still looks like green, black, and white marble. It's just a little more defined in the middle. If I can see that there are some areas that have some pink showing, I'll just go clean those up. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Gonna spritz this real quick with rubbing alcohol, and we are done. Really loving the way that this looks. I think after a cure, it will be even more accurate to the soda can, or tea can as it were. So we will be back in 18 to 24 hours. I will split this slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. Guys, look at the color on this. I am so delighted. And that pinky, purpley, cherry blossom color came out just splendid as well. This is a super strong fragrance. Like, it smells up my whole room. Ugh, and it smells even better the next day. Okay, let me pull you out a bar. But wait, what's that on my nails? Why, it is a press-on set from MSK Nails. These were gifted to me. The first ones that I bought, I did pay for, but then she gifted these to me and gave you guys a coupon code on screen. So if you like what I'm using, I just use the stickers to apply them, and these last me about 10 days, and I can wear them again. So I save all of them after they come off and the stickiness loses its stickiness. And yeah, I can use it multiple times. So definitely investment, way cheaper than going to get your nails done, which I hate. And this is what the soap looks like on the inside. Look at that swirl. Holy smokes. That's like so, I don't know. It just looks like a galaxy. That is so cool. Oh my word. The swirls in this they're crazy. Yeah, I stopped getting my nails done because anytime I have an eczema flare on my hands, going to get my nails done, man, it just hurts so bad. So I stopped doing that, not because I don't like having them done, it's just because they get hurt all the time. So I was looking for an alternative to having nails done, especially for videos, and man, press-ons, what a lifesaver. And there's so many small businesses you can support with them. So love that, love this. I can't even tell you how good that smells. Now, a tea flavored question of the day. Gotta know, have you tried the Arizona green tea? And if so, what did you think? Again, a little sweet for my taste. Not something I would drink on the regular, but I definitely would take like half of that and half unsweet tea and mix it together. I think that would be the perfect combo. These swirls are just nuts. They look like a piece of modern art. So yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments section below. Is that something that people are even doing anymore? I don't know. Every time I get on the internet, I feel like I'm becoming more and more of a dinosaur. I'm like, I don't even know what people use the internet for anymore. I'm like, is this only something that we get on like every 3 minutes? Is the internet something we use now like to watch 30 minutes of TikToks and then we get off? Like, are we using that the same way that we use YouTube? Like, I know that the YouTube numbers are dropping. Like, people don't use this platform as much anymore, and that other ones are taking their places, but I also know that Instagram is now trying to mimic TikTok. It's honestly so fascinating. I wish I could sit through a lecture of somebody talking about this because I would love to take notes. This kind of thing fascinates me. Like, what are we on to next? What's after YouTube? Y'all should let me know your opinions on that down in the comments below if we're still commenting. Let's go ahead and stamp these bars. The text on the Arizona green tea cans is white, so I used a very similar font with a similar style, but instead of using the word Arizona, I used the word artisan. This is gonna look so cool. So to stamp, I'm going to use a touch of Snow White. This is a very, very, very bright mica, and I'm just gonna smooth it around here so that it gets into the grooves of the paper towel. I just find that helps my stamp pick it up a little better. And then I'm going to stamp first just an end piece of soap, one that I'm not gonna use, so that I can get the stamp a little tacky, like get a little bit of a film on it, and then it will pick up the mica better. All right, stamped one off. Okay, and now we can stamp the bar itself. So I'm gonna turn it towards me just to make sure that I get everything where it's supposed to be. Don't want it too close to the edge and don't want it too close to the top or bottom. And there we go. This looks pretty good. It's legible, but I feel like we could do better. Maybe I'll try it with a black color. These soaps have been sitting for a few days, and I think for optimal results, you want to do it like as soon as humanly possible. But this is what it looks like with the darker color. So you can see that a lot better on the bar. I just think that in the future, I probably need to stamp these sooner rather than later. There we go. That's a little better with the white mica. You can still read it, but I kind of want it to be sparkly almost. I feel like you'd be able to see it better on the soap if it was. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my rendition of the Arizona green tea can. It does smell really good, especially after the cut. So if you want to get one, if you need to memorialize that, or you have someone that you know and love that just drinks 2 of those a day, it's the soap for them, and you can get it the first Saturday of August at royaltysoaps.com with the rest of this collection that really just slaps. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably my favorite collection of the year so far because it was just so inspired. I'm pretty sure I whipped this one up in like a day. Of course, be sure you do something fun for yourself, like go in to get yourself a can of Arizona green tea, or maybe go try a couple of snacks that you used to love as a teenager that you haven't had in a really long time. I'm looking at you, Funyun people. Where did you go? Come back. You and all the Mountain Dew people, where did you go? That was like a personality type at one time. I mean, Flamin' Hot Cheeto people, it's the same thing. Like, where did they all go? I don't know. Come back, I miss you. And I will see you guys in the last video. It comes out on release day Saturday, which by the way, YouTube loves to squash our release day videos. We don't know why. It is only on release day that they get like half the views, and we always try to pick like one of the coolest soaps for that day. So I will be putting a reminder on Instagram and probably on TikTok as well, so that you guys can see the final reveal of that on Saturday, because it's a good one, okay? Be there or be square. I don't really care what you do. Just be sure you do something fun for yourself. I'll see you Saturday. Bye for now. Meow.